Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I hope you're doing well. Today, I'm going to be sharing my fitness routine that I can sustain even when I find myself being busier than usual. Before we start, this works for me, but it may not work for you. But hopefully you can take something from this. If you can't, that is okay. Plenty of fitness videos out there. There's three main components that I focus on in terms of my fitness. That is walking, meal prepping, and exercise. And those are three components we're gonna focus on, starting with exercise. This has definitely been said before, but I'm going to put it in my own words. For this workout specifically that I was recording, I was on a time crunch because I had like 30 minutes before I had to get ready for work. So I wasn't able to take my time with the workout. But for the sake of consistency, I still made sure to show up and put in something, even if that something was only a couple of sets, not as many as usual. Because if 50% is all that I could give on said day, then that is my 100% for that day, because that is all that I could give. That is all that I could give, all things considered, such as limited time. And the effort that I put in that day will compound with the rest of the effort that I put prior to that, ultimately keeping me on the right track in terms of my fitness and wellness. So building a realistic workout routine that I can manage, such as working out 3 days a week, getting around 10K steps a day, well, 6 days a week, and showing up regardless of if I can put a certain amount of effort in or not. Still putting in something, even if that something is small. Carrying that rule with me has been very significant in terms of my fitness journey. It's been a pretty busy few weeks as of lately. For a couple of weeks, I spent most of my time relying on Qdoba burritos and turkey pasta. Qdoba is basically like Chipotle. In terms of a balance between fast food and organic ingredients, that Chipotle, Qdoba type of food, you can't really go wrong. Even though I know that the food is drenched in unhealthy oils, it's good as a sort of temporary thing to keep you satiated, a way to fill me up without leaving me feeling like crap. And if I wasn't eating that, I would make turkey pasta. This I eat pretty often. Get it with mixed veggies. It's pretty balanced. I get organic pasta, organic tomato sauce, grains from the pasta, turkey being the protein, veggies being the veggies, throw a fruit in there. Once again, when I find myself busier than usual, that is my go-to meal prep, because it only takes like 20 to 30 minutes to cook and it lasts me for around like 6 days. Or another go-to would be ground beef and rice. Once again, very easy, very quick to make. Ground beef, rice, throw spinach in the ground beef, let it steam so it sort of mixes in well. Get some steam and bag broccoli so you're still getting enough of your greens. It's a solid go-to that doesn't taste too bad, especially with how you flavor it. And then for lunch, I would make ham sandwich or wrap, mix spinach, lettuce in it. There's like stuff that's quick to make, but stuff that isn't particularly unhealthy for you. Also food that tastes good. I season it. I'm not fully strict when it comes to my diet. I let myself let loose on the weekends. I'll eat a snack or two throughout the week. I try to maintain a balanced diet, not doing too much to where I'm deprived of being able to enjoy food, but also to where I'm not getting carried away just eating however I want to eat. And that allows me to maintain a healthy diet. Howdy, happy Sunday. Usually on Sundays, I don't really walk. This is usually my off day. But since I had plans on Saturday, I decided to make that the day that I don't focus on getting my steps in. So we're going to be getting our steps in today instead. Usually I track my steps with my Fitbit, but my Fitbit has been tweaking. So I've just been estimating it based on the amount of time that I walk, using that to determine or get a general idea of how many steps I've gotten for that day. So if I haven't been getting exactly 10K steps, I've been getting close enough to it. Today, the plan is that I'm going to run 2 miles and then walk another mile. That'll be around 3 miles total. That's around 6,000 steps. I've been moving around a lot doing chores and also have errands to run later. So that total should get me to, once again, close to 10,000 steps, if not at 10,000 steps. So that's the plan for today. We're just going to run and walk. That's the move. It's not until recently that I realized just how helpful walking is when it comes to your physical and mental health. My step goal is 10K steps a day. As of lately, I haven't been tracking my steps, so I've just been basing it on the amount of walking that I do to sort of get a rough estimate to make sure that I'm at least close to 10K. And since I've been maintaining this goal for long enough, I can trust myself to know that I would have the correct estimate. On days that I work out, I'll usually run as a warm-up, which chips away a lot of steps. I'm thankful to have a job that already requires me to walk, so that's already another hour of walking added on to that. I forgot to say this in the video, but on days that I don't work out, I still make sure to walk prior to my shift, and on the weekend I'll still spare an hour and a half to walk or run. So it's essentially 6 days of intentional physical activity, but it's a mix between high intensity and low intensity physical activity. So getting steps for me isn't particularly difficult, but let's say you have an office job or something like that. I've seen people walking during their breaks. Maybe if possible, that could be a good time slot for you to walk. Even outside of my 9 to 5, still sparing time to walk or run has made a big difference in terms of sustaining my weight and sustaining my, fitness goal. But not even just physically, walking has also helped me mentally. I'm a natural overthinker, and I'll walk when I overthink, and it makes me not overthink as much, or it makes me feel like I'm in more control when I find myself in that state. And it also just helps with my anxiety. It feels like it just melts away at it. It's like it gets the gears in my brain and body flowing to where my mind processes things so much better. Who would have thought walking would be so goated? Anyways, that's the 3 main components of my fitness routine, and those are the things that I do to allow me to sustain my fitness goals. Once again, hopefully you got something from this. If not, I'm sorry, but thank you for making it this far. I wish you the best on your fitness goals or just goals in general, and I hope you have a great evening, day, night, whatever. Peace.